So that's what we're talking about today. The town I live in, we just had an officer-involved shooting, and I'm sure everybody's heard about it. And so, as you can see and read the headline right here, it says, former Decatur officer involved in death of Steve Perkins charged with murder. So the grand jury today went ahead and charged this this guy right here. This kind of rubs me the wrong way because look at that. Is that just me or is that a smirk on the dude's face right there? He seems a little too happy to be get his mugshot. But he was on a $30,000 bond. I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you guys. He's on a $30,000 bond, so which would be, I think, it's like $3,000 for. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's pretty much the case, but make sure I'm going all live here. Everything is under control. Where's it at? Where's my oh, it's down here. It's hiding from me. Hold on. There we go. I don't know what to do, but anyway, so yeah, you can see here that Scott Anderson, District Attorney of Decatur, or Morgan County. I'm going to read it right here. I just watched the newscast a second ago, and I was kind of shocked. But anyway, like I said, again, we'll get into it here in just a minute. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the chat, and I will address them as they come along. Morgan County District Attorney Scott Anderson announced at the press conference Friday, which is today, that one of the officers involved in the shooting death of Steve Perkins has been charged with murder. According to the Morgan County Sheriff's Office, 23-year-old Mac Bailey Marquette was taken into custody Thursday by Sheriff Ron Puckett as he turned himself in at the Morgan County Jail. This right here is the officer that did the shooting. Like I said, that just rubs me the wrong way. That the smirk might not be a smirk, but it looks to me like it's a smirk. So what does it look like to you guys? It's a smirk, but it might not be. He might be just scared because he's a cop going into jail, and rightfully so. He probably would have some of the people in there, and they're going to be like retribution. But anyway, here we go. The sheriff's office says Marquette was arrested on a grand jury warrant for murder. He was booked into the Morgan County Jail with bonds set at $30,000, which is like 15% of that's what you have to pay to get out. I believe. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure on a murder felony case, but Anderson explained only one of the officers, Marquette, fired the shots at Steve Perkins back in September. We'll go back and look at the body camera footage here in just a little, or not body camera footage, but some of the footage they have. Anderson also said at the press conference the family will be allowed to see the body camera footage from the night of the shooting. Stephen Perkins was a Decatur man killed in an officer-involved shooting in his front yard. His death has rocked the city of Decatur, inciting protest and questions for the city's leaders. 3 officers involved in the shooting have since been fired, and another officer was suspended. They are all appealing their punishments, and the first appeal hearing is scheduled for January 30th. I think the mayor fired him, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what he said earlier. Recently, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency handed over Perkins' case to Anderson, which means they're going to go ahead and try it. I know that's not going to be and of course there's some comments down here. Some people that, this person says right here, this won't shut up this crowd. The DA, other leaders are pandering. Throwing these dogs this bone is pathetic. Hopefully a smart jury will be picked and we'll see through this mess. See, what people don't understand. All right, here's what from the knowledge that I have of this case, and I got kind of the inside source, is that when the tow truck driver went to his house first to try to pick up the vehicle, well, Mr. Perkins came out with a gun and basically said, you're not taking my vehicle, and pointed a gun at him. So the guy, I don't know if he knew the cops or whatever, but this is where they messed up. The cop, or the tow truck driver apparently didn't call 911, but he called another officer. Maybe probably, I don't know if it was somebody he knew, but told them this situation. So the cops, I don't know why they would do this, went and decided to hide on the side of the house while the tow truck driver pulled up to get the vehicle. Well, when they did that, Stephen Perkins came running out. He did have a gun. He had a gun with a flashlight at the end of it. 100% fact. That is a fact. Facts. The problem is that they bum rushed Perkins in his own yard, and of course, if you're startled and you hear somebody behind you, and you're going out to check, your vehicle because your vehicle is getting repoed or whatever, they bum rushed him, and he was scared, I guess, turned around to use the flashlight to see who it was. Being that there was a flashlight at the end of the gun, one of the cops, that Marquette guy, fired. I think he emptied his magazine into him. I don't know how many times it hit him. I have to look on here and let me look in here and see. Let me get this footage here. But anyway, it killed Stephen Perkins, and then but they should have. The tow truck guy should have called 911 or something and said, "Hey, this guy is menacing," because menacing is when you point a gun at somebody. You never point a gun at somebody. That's just you don't fucking do that. Okay, well, the tow truck driver, I guess, called the officers. It was 4 officers went over there, and they hid beside the house, and they ambushed him. He was coming out to check his property, and then he got out about midway the yard, and the cop, you see in the body camera footage, he doesn't even get police out of his mouth. The police department, boom, 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 boom. Steve Perkins. I know they don't have the body camera footage yet, but they have the doorbell. Yeah, we're not going to get to see that. There's two. Looks like there's two right here. So let's go ahead and watch. We're going to watch this right here first. Let me turn this up. Hold on a minute. I don't even know why I have this like this. What wasn't I down here for? Why Florida is it not down there? All right, here we go. I still can't hear nothing. Let me see if my settings are right here. It's always got to be something, doesn't it? Okay, let me check this out now. That one might not have had any audio to it, but let me see here. Okay, that's garbage. Why can I not hear this? Let me check this here. Okay, there's not going to be any audio in this one. Let me check the audio in this other one here. I know one of them's got audio.
We turned your roofing nightmares into dreams come true. Our metal roofing panels are designed to look like traditional shingles, tiles, or shake, but with the strength of steel. Click to schedule your free estimate today.
Hey, please, get back! That's the gun! That's the gun! That's the gun!
I don't know about you guys, but that seemed a little excessive. How many shots was that? He emptied the fucking clip in him. Again, that's why he is getting charged with murder. Boop, boop, boop. Right here. This. Right there. He's definitely getting charged with murder. Why would they be hiding on the side of the building? It makes no sense. Why didn't they just go knock on the fucking door and say, hey, you can't aim your gun at people. They're here to get your vehicle because you didn't pay it. Blah, blah, blah. Everything will be good. No. They had to be fucking, like, ambushing somebody in their own yard at that. That's what's insane. That's what Decatur's going to end up paying this lady right here. This is his wife, his widow. I feel sorry for her. She's fixing to own Decatur. Yeah, she's going to straight up own Decatur. Being that so what, he had a gun on him, and it did have a flashlight at the end of it. He's allowed to have a gun. He lawfully was carrying a gun. He's in his yard. I don't know anything about the tow truck and what all happened with that situation, but I do know that you can't just go into somebody's yard and fucking blast them for producing a gun because maybe you don't know the situation with the tow truck company and what's going on. That's a civil matter. Why would the cops be involved in it anyway? And why would the 911 not be called? There's a lot of shadiness that's happening in this case. I say shadiness, but a lot of things that went wrong that led us to this outcome. And of course it caused a lot of protests. There's still, I think there's still, I had court in Decatur yesterday, and I seen his memorial right there, and but they were everybody was protesting, which they should. Somebody killed my brother, my father, my family, or my friend. I'd be pissed, and I'd be doing it exactly like they are. They have every right to be. This isn't like the George Floyd case, and I don't know what anybody thinks about the George Floyd case, but George Floyd died of a heroin or a fentanyl overdose. He didn't die from that officer on his restraining him. If you watch the body camera footage of that, and we can go, I'll probably link it in the description below. But it's called the Fall of Minneapolis, and it's about it shows all the body cam footage and all that stuff. Now, I think that cop, probably a little, I don't know if he was a little excessive or not, but they were trained in that tactic to hold him like that, to keep him down like that. But no, it was shown by the medical examiner they died of fentanyl overdose. But that's nothing like this case right here. And if anybody knows me, I used to be a screw up from way back, dude. I have had more dealings with these with the Decatur Police Department than I had even care to say. So I come at this kind of from both sides, because I have my father is a retired cop in Decatur. I was a former drug addict in Decatur and a former screw up. So I can see it from both sides. And every time I got arrested, no matter how much I bitched about it, then I deserved it. I was a screw up. I done dumb shit. I was into drugs. I was in all that, So, like I said, I can see it from both sides. But there's a lot of wrong, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of wrongs that led to this case right here. And this is the outcome we got. And Decatur is fixing to be owned by this nice young lady right here, over here to that lady right there, over there. Here, yeah, this is wife. I'd like to see this press conference. I want to see the actual. Cause I watched it a little bit ago. This is the guy that. This is the cop that. Shot Mr. Perkins. Now the other cops, there were 4 cops there. Not all of them shot their weapon, but just this asshole right here. I shouldn't call him an asshole, but he is an asshole. 23 years old. 23 years old and is fixing to be tried by a jury of his peers. I hope he was a good officer, because he probably wasn't a good officer. Look what he did. So let me see let's go back and watch this one more time. Now, as we can see, like I said, let's stop it. We'll look through here. Okay. Now, look. Right over here are the cops. They're above my head right here. The cops are right there, hiding on the side of the house. Why are you hiding on the side of the house? What? That's dumb. I mean, in his yard, hiding behind his house. How fucked up is that? Excuse my language. I'll have to beep that out. Yeah, let's go. There he goes. The tow truck guy pulls up. And obviously, Mr. Perkins was waiting on him because he knew he was going to come in. But there he comes with the flashlight.
Hey, right there. Hey, please, you back.
Jesus Christ, he emptied that magazine. How many shots was that? Let's go there and count it. I don't even want to count these shots. It makes me fucking mad.
Hey,
all right.
Please, you back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. What? That ain't 8. So there was more than that. Their gun does not hold. Guys, how many shots was that? Am I missing something here? Let's slow it down a little bit and check it out from this point of view. Okay, I'm going to go half speed.
Please, you back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count it? Is that 18 shots? That's not right. Because it said only 1 cop fired. I know that gun doesn't hold 18 fucking bullets. Hold on a minute. That's just weird. All right. Here you guys count.
Hey, please, you back.
18 shots. How many? Hey, something's up here because it said that only 1 cop fired his gun. I don't see. Let's just look up how many. Okay, it was a Glock 18 anyhow. Obviously, he had a Glock 18. Glock 18 meaning that there's 18 rounds. And someone can hold up to 33 rounds. Okay, the Glock 18 holds 33 rounds? I know they're not carrying a Glock 18, though. From 6 to 20 rounds. Yeah, see, 15 is what I always thought it held. It's weird. Decatur, Alabama. I forgot old Stephen Decatur has more places than one. Let's see right here what it says on this. Trying to pull it over from down there. Let's see what this says right here. I'm probably gonna get a spanking from NBC here for hitting this, but who cares, right? Yeah, I can't hear you.
Lesser degree has been suspended.
After a lengthy review process, the city of Decatur is punishing the officers who shot and killed Steve Perkins the night of September 29th.
Police, kill me!
Police Chief Todd Pinion found his officers violated department policies, leading to the punishment. Mayor Bowling could not name the officers. However, those details could be released if the officers appeal the decision.
Their names, charges, and additional details will become public as part of a potential personnel board appeals hearing.
Members of the Perkins family, represented by attorney Cannon Lambert, feel disappointed over the city's lack of communication throughout the entire process.
People are surrounding this family with love because they know and understand what took place and how this shouldn't have happened. But then at the same time, you have people that are in power that seem to be stepping back from the family at the very moment that they should they should be riding with them. They should be standing with them. But they won't talk to them. They won't even talk to him.
It's halftime. Tonight we won the first half.
It shouldn't have took 2.5 months to make this decision. It should have happened immediately.
The family, along with Morgan County NAACP President Rodney Gordon, feel the officers were given unfair treatment over the community.
I'm sorry, I didn't see your comment. Let me read this. It says, in the security video, one of the officers said, put the gun down. Then the other officer said, please get on the ground. Then started shooting. If you, have you been watching the whole time that we started, I started this, this stream? Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and play it again, and we'll listen to it. We'll see what
It took so long to protect those polices when he should have been protecting the Perkinses. All right, he knew what it was from day one. Everybody knew. You saw the film like I saw it, so it should have already been done. But I'm glad that it happened.
With turmoil happening in his community over the shooting, Mayor Bowling promised a top-to-bottom review of the department to ensure it can't happen again.
I will call on the City Council to support this effort, which is key to both our police department's long-term. Okay, so we'll go back and watch it again for the guy who commented right here. He did say, the officer did say, he didn't even get police officer get on the ground and then started shooting. What happened, I don't know if you guys know this. Let me turn this down a little bit. I don't know if you guys know this, but when Steve Perkins came out of the house, he did have a gun with a flashlight at the end of it. Okay, perfectly legal. He can have that gun. You are allowed to have firearms in my state, and this is my town that I live in right here. And you can have a weapon, and he was in his own yard. Yeah,
But the problem was they ambushed him, and they startled him, and of course he turned around and was, probably, hey, who's yelling and screaming behind me? I know they said police, but I can yell, I can jump out from behind the wall and say police, and start shooting and just be like, I'm not, and not be a cop. I don't know if that's the case. If he was, I know he was obviously scared, but we're not going to get to see the body camera footage. But yeah, I mean, the cop, in fairness, he did say, police, get on the ground, but immediately started firing. He didn't give him enough time to he turned, I guess the guy turned, Steve turned around, from what I understand, from what I heard from my inside sources, he turned around and was, shining the light on him. The problem was the light was at the end of the gun. And, one of the officers seen that and was probably just trigger happy and fucking blasted him, which should have never happened. Decatur's going to have to end up paying for it. Now, guys, like I said, I don't know. I've had, my father is a retired cop from this town. He was actually a retired Decatur cop. And so, I have a lot of love for the cops, but I was a screw up, growing up. And, I did drugs and I lived a fast life and all that stuff. So, I've been arrested a number of times in Decatur for doing dumb shit. And rightfully so. I should have been arrested because I was doing dumb shit. So, I mean, I have done, there's quite a few, videos. I'm surprised they're not circulating right now. They probably will be if this ever goes viral. If I ever go super viral or something on TikTok, or I've already went viral on TikTok, but on YouTube. But yeah, so me being a screw up and all, I can see this from both sides. All right. The fact of the matter is the cops they should have just knocked on the door and said, hey, you can't, because the tow truck driver did pull up first, try to get his car. Perkins walked out, with the guns, like, you ain't taking my vehicle, blah, blah, blah. Tow truck driver left, calls the cops, doesn't call 911, calls the cops. They formulate a plan that they're going to ambush this guy. They're going to ambush him on his own property. And so when it was almost like it was not, I don't want to say entrapment, but it was almost like they wanted it to happen. Like what else outcome is going to happen whenever, 4 officers are standing beside a house, right? The victim's house, and the victim comes out, trying to protect his property. Be it whether it was rightfully they were supposed to take the vehicle, or if they weren't supposed to take the vehicle, it doesn't matter. That was a civil case. It should have got handled in a different way. They should have just went and knocked on the door and said, hey, you can't menace. You can't be aiming your gun at people. He's here to get your car. That was it. But no, they didn't do that. They sat behind the freaking wall and ambushed him. That's wrong. You can't do that. And like I said, inside source, I know that Perkins had a gun. I know that there was a flashlight at the end of the gun. And that's the ultimate, his ultimate downfall was having that flashlight at the end of his gun, because, the cops they knew he had a gun with a flashlight at the end of it. So it was like they were just waiting for him to pull it out because they were jury happy or something. And I'm not saying that's the case. That just seems like it might be the case. But if I wouldn't want to be in the jury, the jury pool for this, because Jesus Christ, man, it's going to be a mess. But yeah, so they did. Of course, I don't know if you're just now joining the stream right here. The former Decatur police officer involved in death of Steve Perkins, charged with murder. Ooh, looks like I don't know why I went off here. Let me start it back up. Hold on. Oh, there I am. That is my pretty face. Damn it. Come on now. There we go. Back up again. All right. So let's go back and do this again. Okay, so here we go. I'll go back and read this one more time for anybody who's just now joining I can't see my chat, so I don't know if anybody who's watching. I can see that there's two people, and that's probably on a delay. I don't know how many's watching, but yeah, let's go back and read this right here. And I watched this a little bit ago on it's like, yeah, on Way 31, and I was like, I got to do a video about this. So, because I have, a little bit more knowledge, or a little bit of knowledge that most people, I say most people, I'm not fucking special or anything, but that people don't have. They don't know the facts of the case, and I know a few of the facts. But anyway, yeah, Morgan County District Attorney Scott Anderson announced at a press conference Friday that one of the officers involved in the shooting death of Steve Perkins has been charged with murder. According to Morgan County Sheriff's Office, 23-year-old Mac Bailey Marquette was taken into custody Thursday by Sheriff Ron Puckett as he turned himself into the Morgan County Jail. This is the guy right here, and I don't know if it's just me, but is this guy smiling? Is he? I'm pretty sure he is. Might be crazy, but I hope not. It wouldn't be good. Let's get him up here, and so this is the. I need to take a picture for my thumbnail because I gotta take this. I'm gonna take this live stream, and I'm gonna make it into a video. So let me go ahead and do that. Show you how I do that right there. It's like my favorite part of doing this right here. Making thumbnails. I don't know why. It's stupid. It's like. That's how you do a thumbnail right there. And I'll take it out, pluck it out, mix it all up. It'll look nice. I promise. So, yeah. So, yeah, let's go once more again. Let's go watch let's go see what the mayor. We didn't watch all that here. Oh, yeah, I was trying to figure out how many bullets. I counted 18 shots, 17 or 18 shots. And it says that only one guy, okay, here it says, police fatally shot Perkins, 39, outside of his home earlier September 29th as a tow company attempted to repossess his truck. Officials said video showed police yelling, "Get on the ground," almost immediately before they opened fire. It says they. 3 officers were fired, and the 4th, who was involved to a lesser degree, was suspended. A still image from the doorbell camera on September 29th. It is now incumbent on us as a city of people who love Decatur to work to move forward and to work to ensure this tragedy is not forgotten or ignored, Bowling said. Decatur police said that the tow company called them around 1:30 a.m. and that the tow driver said that he tried to repossess a truck, but that they fled after they were confronted. Okay, he fled after they were confronted by someone with a gun. Officers and the tow driver went to Perkins' home, and Perkins emerged with a handgun, police said. That is true. He did. He definitely came out with a handgun with a flashlight at the end of it. He's allowed to have that. Cops should not have been on the side of his house ambushing him. Who does it? One officer fired a weapon, police have said. The officer's names weren't released. There it is. That's a thumbnail right there. Killer. Thumbnail, sorry. Okay, yeah. This is the guy. This guy's name is Mac Bailey Marquette. He was taken into custody Thursday by Sheriff Ron Puckett as he turned himself into Morgan County Jail. God, people. No. So, looks like justice could be served. But what the viewer said right here in the comments, though, yeah, I mean, they did ask him to get on the ground while they were shooting. Like, we'll go watch it one more time. If you need to, we need to. Well, here we go. I got it on half speed. We put it on normal speed. I'll put it on 75%.
Hey, police, get on the ground!
Get on the ground. He got the ground. He didn't get ground out of the ground. Again, overkill.
Hey, police, get on the ground!
He didn't even get the ground juice out of his mouth. And why the hell are cops carrying I mean, I shouldn't even say that. I mean, I guess you're dealing with scumbags. I mean, which I'm not saying Perkins is a scumbag by any means. I'm saying that, you know, when cops deal with mainly scumbags, and I guess they want to have the upper advantage on them, and that's why they're carrying 20 bullets or so in their magazine. Like, do you need that many bullets? I mean, there's 4 officers. This is going to just cause some kind of blowback. I have a feeling that it's not going to be good. But again, you know, this guy's wife is going to get paid. You know, it doesn't bring, you know, Steve Perkins back, guys. It doesn't right any wrongs. You know, yeah. There are kids without their father. There's a mother and a father without their son. There is a wife without her husband. There is a friend who doesn't have that friend anymore because he was killed. Granted, we can speak on who caused what, why he should have been there, should have tow truck. Well, no. See, we can argue that all day, but at the end of the day, you know, a man's dead. A whole bunch of wrongs were done in this. Yeah, Perkins shouldn't have. If it was his car being repossessed and it was supposed to be repossessed, then then that's one story. But why are the cops sitting right here on the side of the house? Why don't they just knock on the door? Hey, you know, he's like, you can't be aiming your gun at people. He's here to get the car. Everybody's happy. That's how things go, and life goes on as normal. But you know, this man. He had no clue when he came out of the house what was fixing to happen. But look at these guys back here, like fucking, like they're in the army or something. Like they're the stack team. You know, they're gonna come get one guy. You know, I mean, granted, he does have a gun. They deal with a lot of rough people. And I don't know. I'm just glad that I'm not in the situation. But it's causing like, who wants to be a cop anymore? Nobody was going to want to be a cop after this. You know, every little thing that's done wrong, you know, you're criticized and you're heavily looked at. You know, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. But anyway, I'm getting off here, guys. I just wanted to get on here and let everybody know that the cop that shot Mr. Steve Perkins has been charged by a grand jury with murder. And I will be bringing you more news. I'm starting another channel, and it's going to cover just these kind of topics right here because it seems to be a big topic, and it's one that I'm kind of interested in. And so I'll be starting up another channel, and I will link it up somewhere. I don't know if it'll be in this or not, but anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Peace.